Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 37 of the TCW series. Tonight's episode, as you can tell by the title, we are going to have Aaron Andrews versus Eddie Peak, number one contenders match. Who will be getting a title shot at the next pay-per-view? Obviously, Wolf Hawkins will await the winner of this match. But without further ado, let's get into the show. Starting things off with a 59C pre-show match. In a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Tamara McFly defeated Elsa Calvo in 9:52 by pinfall with a McFly roll. No work improvements there. We then go into a 65C rated triple threat. Basically a number one contenders match for the international title. In a decent pre-show match, Flying Jimmy Fox defeated Bart Biggins and Brent Hill in 9:59 when Flying Jimmy Fox defeated Brent Hill by pinfall with a Flying Fox. Therefore, Jimmy Fox is now the new number one contender for Ed Stone's title. He's also improving in Rumble skills, which is pretty good to see as well. We then go into the final pre-show match, 81B for this one. In an exceptional pre-show match, Wolf Hawkins defeated Mighty Mo in 10 minutes and 1 second by pinfall with a full moon rising. And the match suffered from a lack of selling, so that's interesting. But we also have Mighty Mo here improving in technical skills as well. Alright, so we start the show off with a 90A. Joshua Taylor comes out and he says that he's still being overlooked despite his incredible performance at Summer Showdown, where he beat Troy Tornado. We're also going to give him a new gimmick. Just going to give him an old school face gimmick. Initial rating of very good, which I suppose is pretty decent, considering his old gimmick was getting stale. He then has a match, which gets a 69C+. In a decent match, Joshua Taylor defeated Hugh Ancree, I think on debut, the Hugh there, in 10:03 by submission with a butterfly lock. Hugh debuts his egomaniac gimmick, getting an initial rating of below average. No worker improvements there. Not a great debut, but I guess Joshua Taylor still pulled him to a C+, which is respectable. We then go into another 90A rated angle. And we have New Legacy, and they come out and they say that they're so confident they're issuing open challenges all month with the tag team titles on the line in each match. And they're starting the open challenge up next. Any team that wants to challenge. 75B-, we have the Honolulu Hellraisers answering the call in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. New Legacy defeated the Honolulu Hellraisers in 10:07 when Greg Gage defeated High Flying Hawaiian by submission with a Proton Lock. New Legacy makes defense number one of their TCW World Tag Team titles. And Jay Cord came out of the match looking good. Awesome. Yeah, but basically, they're probably one of the newest teams. Well, I'm pretty sure they are the newest team that we have. They came out, impressed the crowd with, decent big man, little man tag team wrestling. But of course, New Legacy, they're just that good. And they managed to get the victory there by submission. We then go into a 92A rated angle. And he says Brian Vesey says that he could easily destroy anyone on the TCW roster. Sammy Back then comes out and challenges him to the next pay-per-view. Of course, Brian actually beat Sammy, I think last month on TV. So Sammy wants to get a bit of revenge, and that'll be our first match booked in. So where is he? Sammy Back taking on Brian Vesey. Like I said, bit of a rematch, but nonetheless should be pretty solid. Moving on to a 67C+. In a decent match, Brian Vesey defeated Mr. Lucha 3 in 9:42 by pinfall with a Vesey Plex. He was really off his game, and he also sustained a swollen calf muscle. which is not good considering his age and time decline. But we also have Mr. Lucha 3 here improving in performance skills. I wonder if that was a botch by Lucha, Mr. Lucha. Anyway, we then go into an 80B rated angle. We have Lauren Easter, and she confronts Alicia Strong. They're going to be facing each other in a match up next. I think it's a tag team match. But yeah, Lauren Easter warns Alicia Strong that her friends might just become her enemies now that she's the champion. A word from the wise, perhaps, from Lauren Easter there. The tag match actually does really well. 75B-. And about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Lauren Easter and Laura Flame defeated Alicia Strong and Amber Allen in 10:18 when Laura Flame defeated Amber Allen by a pinfall with a flame fire kick. And apparently Alicia Strong was really off her game as well, despite the pretty decent rating, I would say. A B- is solid. We also have Laura Flame improving in performance skills there as well. Overall, I would say a very, very good women's match. We then go into another match. We've got a 73B- here. In a decent match, Bulldozer Brandon Smith defeated Danny Rushmore in 10:28 by pinfall with a tombstone piledriver. During the match, we also had Killer Shark run in and attack Rushmore. Apparently these two have pretty good chemistry as well, which obviously helped the rating get to a B+, a B-, sorry. Yeah, pretty happy with a B-. I thought it was going to be more like a C. Yeah, good stuff. Again, Killer Shark running in. Is Bulldozer Brandon Smith a part of Reign of Terror after what happened in the pay-per-view in the last episode? You would have to think yes. And here we go, 94A. Eddie Peak welcomes Bulldozer Brandon Smith into Reign of Terror. And he thanks him for betraying Rocky Golden at the pay-per-view, helping him to get the victory in the steel cage match, of course, which then led to Eddie Peak getting into this number one contenders match in the main event tonight. Really good stuff there. Newest member to Reign of Terror, Bulldozer Brandon Smith. Pretty happy with that. Yes. Main event, it doesn't do too well, and I guess that's because of injury. We get an 82B for the main event here. In an exceptional match, Aaron Andrews drew with Eddie Peak in 25-12 following a double disqualification. The match also had a lot of interference. Killer Shark targeted Andrews, Jay Cord attacked Peak, and finally Greg Gage interfered against Peak. During the match, we also had Bulldozer Brandon Smith turn on Andrews. So what we'll do is we'll complete the turn here for Bulldozer Brandon Smith. The turn was a complete success as well, so he's now a heel, Mr. Bulldozer Brandon Smith, following his recruitment to Reign of Terror. But yeah, as you can see down here, Eddie Peak sustained chronic upper back pain. And apparently that injury took a big toll on the match as well. Yeah, a 96 in-ring performance and only a 74 for Eddie Peak. That's really bad considering usually he's in like the 90s. So that's obviously hurt the rating quite a lot. It probably would have done a lot better. No worker improvements there, but I'm worried about Eddie. Aaron Andrews got a lot of heat backstage after the bout, as it was his botch that caused Eddie Peak to get hurt. Aaron Andrews with a botch. That's really interesting. Anyway, we then go into a 96 A-star angle. We have the Stronghold and Reign of Terror brawling as the show goes off the air. Of course, all 6 members of both stables getting involved. And basically the show ends with all 6 members in the ring, or in the ring and around the ring, brawling. But yeah, I'm really worried about Eddie Peak. We'll end the show. Overall show rating gets a 76B-. Again, we're still getting penalized due to the production values of US pro wrestling being cult now, so yeah, that's going to continue until we address that problem, which is essentially just monetary problems at the moment. I'm trying to save as much money as possible for the probable increase in size when we go back to national. But yeah, anyway, show increased popularity in the 7 regions of Canada. Hopefully that'll put us up to the 65. We can have a check here in a second. But I think that was a really good show. We also want to check out Eddie's injury as well. Did I give Daryl a new contract? I think I did, yeah. So we got Vesey injured as well. He's currently working through his injury. That's really annoying because hopefully he'll be fit for the pay-per-view. Alright, they're both currently working through their injuries. I'm assuming, yeah, he's got a bit of tension with Aaron Andrews now, so that's not great. TV rating getting a 7.42 for that one. And we've got a J-Cord opinion here. He thinks high-flying Hawaiian is too clumsy. Is going to end up hurting someone badly. Interesting. And Aaron Andrews also has an opinion. Mr. Lucha 3 is a natural talker. He's worth giving promo time, in my opinion. Okay, interesting. Alright, we'll delete all those. So it's not as bad as we thought. It is only going to be... well, they're not actually out for any time. So that's fine. The next thing I want to do... Just do an auto push, and I want to show you a few people here. Because J Cord has gone up to a main eventer auto push, which is pretty crazy. As you can see, his popularity has improved immensely. He's up to B minuses now, pretty much across the board, which is, well, he started, I think, at a C. So, yeah, he's essentially gone up about 12 to 13 points of popularity since we, brought in Greg Gage and created new legacies. So, he's doing really well. We can have a look at Greg Gage as well, actually, while we're at it. His popularity is up to 57 C minus, 58 C minus, which is, yeah, it's a lot higher. It was at a 22 when he first came in, so he's more than doubled his popularity since coming in. And as you can see, they're both going to be main eventers in the future, and of course I think they're both tied down to 10-year contracts as well. So let's have a look at J Cord here. Oh, he's only got 52 days left. Okay, that could be a bit of a problem. I have a bad feeling that... Well, he's a very negative influence as well. Hopefully that'll prevent a few people. But as you can see, Hollywood Brett Starr is one of his former tag team partners, who I believe... Is he with US Pro? He's with SWF, okay. Yeah, that could be really bad. Really bad if we lose him. Anyway, this is the franchise players at the moment. Obviously, Wolf Hawkins being first. Eddie Peak being second in the list, which I find very interesting. His popularity's increased a lot. For some reason, he's got A in Mid-South and Puerto Rico, but B+ is everywhere else. But Aaron Andrews is more popular than him. 90s and 91s pretty much in every region in America. It's really weird, but he's number 5 behind J Cord and Sammy Back. Obviously, probably has something to do with the actual wrestling ability. Obviously, some of his performance skills are not massively impressive when you compare him to someone like J Cord here. As you can see, he's got quite a few A's, 100 A-star stamina, better star quality as well. So don't be surprised if at some stage J Cord wants to become the leader of the Stronghold. That could be a real possibility. I mean, J Cord is very arrogant, very confident, possibly even overconfident, who knows. But yeah, the most annoying thing about this list at the moment, only one face in the whole list, Sammy Back, who's doing really well as well. We're up to B+ for him. But yeah, we do have some problems in regards to face main eventers at the moment. I think our other faces are Joshua Taylor and I think Ricky Dale Johnson at the moment. So we've definitely got some work. I think Mighty Mo, we're going to try and push him relatively hard. But yeah, anyways, let's have a look at the popularity before we end the episode here. we are indeed up to a 65C in all regions of Canada, which is awesome to see. One other thing I want to look at is our broadcasting. I want to see how long do we have on our current TV deal. We still have 1 year and 4 months. That's a long time. Because we're only small in America and Canada with this TV deal. And we probably could have gotten a much, much better TV deal when we went national. I'm not too sure about cult size TV deals at the moment. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Really, like I said, I've said it many times before, really enjoying booking TCW. The storylines and stuff that we got going on at the moment, everything's sort of starting to heat up a little bit. Let's add Bulldozer Brandon Smith into this stable for Reign of Terror. There we go. Got our third member there. And then, of course, the Stronghold as well. Yeah, if you could drop a like on this video, it'd be much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do that. Getting super close. Almost there to 1K subscribers. And apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy and goodbye.